welcome back to Given Chances Farm. Today we're going to be talking about the goat shelter that we acquired. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and it was only about, 20 minutes or a half hour away from us probably. So it's ballpark 8 foot long and about 4.5 foot wide. 4x4 construction with 2x stable in it, and it even has cross bracing in there. If Brittany can bring the camera over, you guys can see on the inside. So as you can see, it's got cross bracing on the roof section and on the back wall.
It's heavy.
And then everything's 2x running across there to be able to screw the metal panels to. We ended up taking both ends worth of metal off, and then took our garden cart over there. I lifted one end of it up, put it on top of the garden cart. The one that we have is from Tractor Supply. It's got a 1,400 pound rating on it. So I lifted the one end up, set it on top of that garden cart, used some ratchet straps, tied it to it, let our girls pull that end, and then Brittany and I lifted up the other end and we walked it out of the yard to the trailer, loaded it on the trailer, brought it home. All of that took us from the time we parked there till we were pulling out of there was just shy of an hour worth of work to be able to get this. I think it'll work out just fine for us. So there's a few little minor changes that I might do to it. I would like to put a board at the bottom in the opening here, just to kind of keep everything. So yeah, so pretty much I'll just add a board across here to stabilize that entryway. And then I may have to end up wrapping a little bit more metal on here, but I'm not sure. I kind of like the idea of it having the ventilation, but I may do it a little different because I need something to protect some of the exposed wood there. Otherwise it's not going to last as long.
I mean, we may just metal wrap the wood.
We can, everything that's there is fixable, and for the price I got it for and the cost of lumber right now, we did very well. So like I said, it is heavy. You know you're moving it. They have never had an animal in it. They built it thinking they were going to use it for goats, and then they changed their mind. So that's why he decided to sell it. So
Wife got too busy.
Yep. So our plan is, over the next week or so, the meat birds will be leaving. So we're actually going to fence this side over here off, and then bring the goats out into this section, and we'll actually divide it into a couple of pens, because the way we're thinking right now is I'll put all the does together, and then I'll put Caddy in with the pigs, and bring the pigs out here, because it's time for the pigs to come out as well. They've surpassed their quarantine now this week also. So I'll probably put Caddy with them, and then here soon we'll make our decision on what we're going to do with the 2 new bucklings from Hot Chocolate, as far as, are we selling them both off as bucklings? Are we going to offer one of them up as a buckling or a wether, and then wether the other one and keep him? That way Caddy has a buddy and doesn't have to be by himself all the time. We can put a wether in there with the buck and not have any trouble out of it. And they're close enough in age, they'll grow pretty similar in size at the same time. So
no, Cadillac may.
He'll be a little bit ahead of it, because
well, I mean,
he's got testosterone in there.
He may grow a little faster due to the hormones, but.
So we'll go inside and kind of show you guys a little bit of an update on the babies and how they're doing. Alright, so we're in here with Hot Chocolate and her 2 little bucklings. They're little boppers. And they do have their little collars on so that we can kind of tell them apart. A green collar and a black collar.
I'm surprised they don't.
Surprised they don't. They like me. And I'll show you why as soon as I catch one of them.
Woo!
Hi, buddy. So we did our disbudding the other day. So they're not too happy with me that day for at least about 20 seconds piece.
Well, and you didn't like it neither, so.
And I did not like it. I will tell you, for both times that we've owned goats, when we owned the Myotonics first go around and had a kid, and then this is our second and third kid that's been born here on the property. The first go around when we had a kid, the vet just so happened to be coming out shortly after it was born, so I told her ahead of time and she was able to bring her equipment with her so that she did the disbudding for us. And at that time, basically that was just me holding the buckling in my hands up against my chest. So yeah, that smell was right in my face of the burnt hair and the horn. And then with that process, that one ended up at one time he started getting a small scur once, but it took quite a while. I mean, he was almost a year old when it started finally coming back, if I remember right. But these two here, we watched multiple YouTube videos, ask about 4 different farms that we know of that actually do the disbudding themselves, what their procedure was, how they did it, and then kind of took all that information that we got from everybody, and I built a disbudding box out of some scrap material that we had off of some plans that I found online. We were able to put them in the box, went and bought the disbudding tool,
Just gonna see if she can find
come back home and did it. So we were basically told to make sure that it had a nice gold ring all the way around the base of it, and that was how that you knew you got it, and it would actually stop the root. So we made sure that we did it, and everybody kind of stressed to us it's a one-time deal as far as you got that day that you're doing it to get it done and done right kind of thing. So it was almost to the point of making sure that gold ring was there. A little bit of an overachiever is better than an underachiever, they would say at that point. But yeah, even in my line of work with the fire service and being a paramedic, you know, you get smells that way too, that stick with you. This one did too. I mean, that smell of burnt hair and the horn, it sticks to your clothes. So, you know, naturally I went in, I changed clothes, washed up. But you're sitting on the box, holding the head and then holding the branding iron there. And that smoke trail is just right straight up to the snout.
He's watching every move you made with your hands.
It definitely sticks around there, that's for sure. So.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, come on over and headbutt me.
That's the one with the spot on its tail.
Yeah.
The little white patch right there.
The one with the green collar is the one that Michaela is trying to talk us into keeping. She just, something about it and that little spot on its tail just got her. And she is definitely one of them that she is an animal lover, true and true. So she is the one that we definitely have to explain over and over again that
we can't keep them all.
We would sure love to, but it just doesn't.
Hi, baby.
It's not feasible or practical for us to be able to do it. We'll run out of land long before we run out of love for animals, that's for sure. So, but we are sure glad that we have the opportunity to be able to teach the girls about the different animals and show them how to care for something besides themselves. This teaches them responsibility and those kind of things that, you know, they have to focus on something besides just themselves a lot of times. So, and we see that outside of the farm too, with us working in the farmers markets. There are a few booths there that are run by some elderly and
Or just single people going.
yeah, anything that if the girls see somebody and they're like, hey, do you need some help setting up? And they'll just go over and start chipping in. And the people will try to pay them or something, and they always tell them, you know, we're not doing it to get paid for it. We're doing it because this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be one that wants to help others, you know. Because someday you may be the one that needs help. How you doing, baby? I'm sure there's salt there that you're licking because I'm sweating. Yeah, but you do look a lot better with your, as far as your coat is concerned, but you need to start eating. Yeah, you need to start eating some more. Okay?
It's too hot to eat.
Yeah, I agree with you because I haven't been eating as much either, baby. Alright. We'll let you all get ready for your night meals and we'll get out of your way. So, hope you guys enjoy the videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share on social media with all your family and friends, and we'll see you guys on the next one.